Hello, welcome to the week of July 25th. Average sale price in Albuquerque last week was again just a little bit under 350,000. This week's stacks are all sort of hovering around the same as last week. So we're still seeing an inching up of inventory. Days on market are increasing by maybe a day. Properties are still closing at list and above list price, but a lot closer to list price. So 51% are still getting list or above, but only a very small handful are getting those crazy over list, which I'm classifying as over 10% over list price. So we're getting really close to that list price. There isn't these crazy prices being offered anymore. If I break the properties up into sort of price segments, kind of let's just say that average price of 350 is in the middle. If I start looking at 450, 750, homes in that range, they're actually feeling the effects of this slowing market a little bit more. Homes under that, homes that are in the 200, 250, or some even auction properties, bank foreclosed properties that are lower in price, those are still flying off the shelves. So when a bank offers a property for 90,000, I'm seeing auctions happening. It's going for 120, 130, basically just for the price of the land. So that's where we see some of those higher over list prices. Just as a note, those bank foreclosures, those are not necessarily properties that were foreclosed on recently. These are properties the bank has been holding on to for years. And just like sellers, they're like, oh, would probably a good time to sell that property now, make the most I can off of it. So banks have that in mind too. Banks are not interested in just closing out what's owed on the property. They definitely want market value. Last week, we touched on some national market stats and how those relate to the Albuquerque market. So I'm going to continue doing that. I'll probably do that every mid-month. So mid-August, look for a little discussion on how Albuquerque stacks up to the national perspective. So all of these numbers we're talking about, this is really what I call a desk view of the market. Number crunching. What I can tell you from a boots on the ground perspective, and that is showing properties, listing properties, doing that on a daily basis, there are less showings happening. There are also less offers being received. It may actually finally be a good time to actually buy a house. So now that the rates have seemed to settle in a little bit, I see a lot of lenders starting to offer compelling buy down rates, adjustable rates on certain types of mortgages, and also special programs for people in the medical or first responders employment fields. So, and then with school starting in less than a month, summer's actually almost over, and then gas prices are below $4 here in Albuquerque. That has a lot of people otherwise busy and trying to enjoy the last moments of their summer. So hopefully I am thinking that we're going to look to a less stressful fall season, that it's still going to be a seller's market, but it's not going to be the feeding frenzy that it was 3 months ago, 6 months ago, even 9 months ago. That Mossman, that was the property of the week last week. So remember, it was priced at 350. They brought it down to they brought it into 340. And I said, I think they're probably going to need to get a little closer to 315. It's still at 340 and is still on market, has not been sold. So yeah, I think pricing is going to be really, really key moving forward to sell your house. Property of the week this week is one of my listings. It is a beautiful 3-bed, 2-bath home in Paradise Greens. It's just around the corner from a Paradise Hills golf course. And my clients are the original owners and have kept it just meticulously all of these years. Although the inside is wonderful, I have to say that my favorite part of the house is the back and side yard. The backyard has a little bit of grass, has some trees, has a mountain view, has flowers, and then the side yard has fruit trees, a gated RV pad, and then also room for a pool. So I am just in love with this property. So if you have any friends or family that would like to see it, just let me know. I'll be happy to show it to them anytime. Other things other than real estate this week, go look in my email and you will see some info on cool place to take art classes in town. And then also a really yummy, fresh, healthy place to eat. Okay, have a great week. Bye.